You also shouldn't blindly trust Twitter. It turns out there's still a bunch of hypocrites when it comes to privacy. I know, right?
No way.
The Intercept has acquired emails between the Secret Service and surveillance firm Data-Miner that show that Elon Musk's X has continued secretly selling massive amounts of user data for the explicit purpose of government surveillance. This goes against X Twitter's own use policy, which forbids conducting or providing surveillance or gathering intelligence. So it's only okay when we do it for money. While Twitter is not directly selling this information to the government, it is knowingly leasing the information to an intermediary broker, which is immediately turning it over to the government for law enforcement and surveillance purposes. For the last decade, Twitter has also been pursuing a lawsuit demanding that they be allowed to publicly disclose more information about national security letters that the government uses to compel social media companies to turn over user data. Musk continued the suit after taking over the site and called the Supreme Court's January decision to strike the case down disappointing. Discussion question here is, Twitter's hypocrisy obviously predates Musk's tenure, but how has an overt free speech advocate managed to wind up with such a similar stance on cooperating with government surveillance as the people he sought to usurp?
I actually have a feeling that it has less to do with financial incentives and more has to do with, like, you must do this.
I mean, you don't have to take money for it.
I have a feeling there isn't really another option. It's like, here, take the money or we'll just destroy you anyways. I don't know. Not sure.
I mean, I would be interested to see if there's a similar arrangement with Meta. I'd be curious to see if there's a similar arrangement with, a Discord.
I mean, we know this just happened with YouTube.
Yeah, but that's not really the same arrangement.
Yeah.
They weren't selling to data brokers for it to be used for government surveillance. I really don't think that's the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All I'm really trying to say is, if right now, at least, if the government wants your stuff, for the most part, they're going to get it. This is why companies that like really, really, really talk about privacy don't have anything. They don't have any of the information, so that when the government comes knocking, they literally can't give it to them. It's not a function. Which,
to be clear, is not something that you can necessarily trust either.
No.
I mean, a lot of VPN providers say, oh yeah, no logs. But you are just, it's full trust me, bro. You can't prove they don't have anything unless it's actually been tested in court before. And even then, just because it's been tested once doesn't mean that something didn't change. Something can change on a whim.
Doesn't mean that there isn't like a malicious actor in there somehow
who is logging personally.
Yeah. Like it's I don't know. It's a thing. I think the main thing that I'm trying to say is that I don't trust that it would completely stop, even if there wasn't financial incentive.
I don't trust that it would completely stop, but
it might be different. It might be smaller in scope.
It's not in the doc, but apparently, like it's basically like an all-you-can-eat API access. Is my understanding of it. It's like it's bad. It's really bad.
I had never heard of this. I don't know the scope of it or how much money is being used.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where if the hypocrisy wasn't already obvious when he sued that watchdog group, that like anti-hate speech watchdog group for saying stuff he didn't like.
Really?
Yeah. It's like free speech is not just speech you agree with. It's free speech.
Oh, wait, was this the Anti-Defamation League stuff?
No, I don't think it was them. I think it was someone else.
I don't know.
Basically,
I actually try not to follow it because it just...
Yeah, there's a not-for-profit that reported on an increase in hate speech. And that may be true. That may be not true.
Sure.
He might agree. He might not agree. But what they said was free speech. It was free speech. And so you can't just be like, no, I don't like that free speech and try to sue them to... not say it.
I will say
it's not what you can't be a free speech absolutist if you are going to
selectively.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
Yeah, I always hated Twitter. I will absolutely admit it is more useless now than like ever.
I use it less than before.
It is still up. A ton of people were saying it was going to go down, and I was like, I don't think so, and I got a lot of hate for that, and it's still up. So
it is still up.
Screw you guys.
Yep.
But it is definitely more useless. The amount of like, I think there's more spam now. I have no scientific reason to think this.
There is.
But it sure as heck feels like it.
So much spam.
Oh my goodness.
I can't even.
It's like overran.
Man, when I click a trending topic, it's hard for me to even find out why it's trending sometimes.
Okay. I felt that before the buyout.
I never had that problem.
Interesting.
Usually the first 20 or so were relevant enough and had enough likes that I could tell, you know, are they dead? Is it pedophilia? You know, like what is it? Why are they trending? You know?
Yeah.
Now I will click on something and I'm actually not sure and sometimes I will even go as far as just giving up and Googling name controversy to find out what the heck is going on. It's pretty, I definitely use it less than I ever have.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't, that's true for me as well. And I don't even really think I'm using it less because like Musk bought it. I'm just using it less because like, meh.
Well, you've made your
really
position very clear.
Yeah,
you've
never
always considered it a dumpster fire.
I still need to use it for DMs.
Yeah.
So I'm still on it a little bit. But I think my app limit right now is like 3 minutes or 5 minutes or something. Like it's really short.
But realistically, you're objectively wrong. Because even a trash tier, crappier clone of it is worth $8 billion. So you've clearly missed something here.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's okay, though.
The purchase price for Twitter...
That's all right.
...was a bargain based on the value of Truth Social.
That's a really interesting take, actually.
What did he pay, $44 million?
It was 40-something.
He should write the art of the deal.
Yeah. Yeah. Incredible deal. Absolutely incredible deal.
Yeah, the best deal. Hey!
A co-authored book between Musk and Trump on making deals.
There's no way they'd be able to agree on whose name goes first on the cover. Please.
Oh man, it's one of those reflective ones where you have to like look at it the right way to have the name show up, but then they fight
who gets to be the one on the right?
Yeah, he stole my joke.
And that's why my name would go first.
Oh man, that was pretty funny.